Hello there, I'm Kate Miles from the Mind Body Reset, and I'm here today to talk to you about grief awareness. Now, grief is an emotional reaction to the loss of someone or something, whether the death or the loss was expected or sudden. The pain can be overwhelming, and you might experience a range of emotions. But grieving isn't confined to bereavement. You may experience grief if you are significantly affected by a change in your life, if you have become a carer. Your new responsibilities may prevent you from doing things you once enjoyed. You might grieve for the loss of your freedom to get out and about whenever you choose. However, you will gradually learn to cope with the loss and make the necessary adjustments. Loss is something we all experience, but grieving is highly personal. How it affects you, how you deal with it, and how long it lasts will depend on many factors. What is anticipatory grief? It's also common for grief to strike in advance of impending loss. If someone close to you is diagnosed with a terminal illness, you may begin to mourn in expectation. Perhaps illness has changed a loved one, so you've lost them before they're gone. This can be difficult to deal with, as you may want to stay strong or appear positive to support them. Even though it's very difficult to be in this position, you may perhaps feel guilty about your feelings. This extended grieving process can, however, give you time to say goodbye and prepare for the future. Please do remember, though, that the person who is ill will probably also be grieving over their own life and therefore going through a wide range of emotions as they face the prospect of saying goodbye to their home and loved ones. So the more understanding you can be, the better, but this won't prevent your own emotions from occurring. Officially, there are 5 stages of grief: denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and acceptance. However, you may experience them in a different order, or perhaps for some of the stages not at all. Denial helps us to survive the loss. Life makes no sense. We are in a state of shock. We wonder how or if we can go on. We try to find a way to simply get through each day. Denial helps us to pace our feelings of grief. It's nature's way of letting in only as much as we can handle. But as you proceed, all the feelings you were denying may begin to surface. Anger tends to ensue. This is necessary to healing. Be willing to feel your anger, even though it may seem endless. A connection made from the strength of anger feels better than nothing. Anger is an indication of the intensity of your love. Before a loss, we'll do anything if only our loved one would be spared. Bargaining after a loss may become a temporary truce, such as, what if I devote the rest of my life to helping others? Then I can wake up and realize that this has been a bad dream. We can become lost in a maze of if only or what ifs. We want our life returned and our loved one restored. Guilt is bargaining's companion. The if onlys cause us to find fault in ourselves and what we think we could have done differently. Depression allows empty feelings to present themselves, and grief enters a deeper level. We withdraw from life, left in a fog of intense sadness. Loss is a very depressing situation, so not experiencing depression would be unusual. Acceptance may then arrive, but this must not be confused with being alright. Most people don't ever feel okay about loss. This is about accepting their physical absence and recognizing this new reality is permanent. Remember, there is no right or wrong way to grieve. Everyone will experience it differently. During these phases, you may also happen upon restlessness or disturbed sleep and loss of confidence. Do not smother these sensations. Speak to close friends and family. Ask for help, and if you seem to become endlessly trapped in any of these stages, you may benefit from additional support. Consider your GP or a specialist therapist. Join a support group, but do not rush in within the first month or so. Remember, there is nothing wrong with you. It's normal, natural, and expected to feel like this. But how long does grief last? There is no simple answer to this. Time alone does not heal, and the person who has died will always be missed, but possibly after a year or two, most people do find that the good days start to outnumber the bad, and it's possible to look forwards as well as being able to remember all those shared times with fondness rather than just profound sadness. If you are interested in talking to someone about your situation, then there is plenty of help out there, such as counselling, CBT and hypnotherapy or sanamentology. Plus, self-help methods can also be beneficial, where undertaken on a daily basis, such as focusing on eating proper meals, having a set morning and evening routine, writing a journal, doing breathing exercises, using visualizations or tapping techniques, and perhaps eventually even practicing gratitude about being present in your life now. If you're interested in chatting with me about your health, please DM me to ask a question, book a health boost audit, or request a discovery call. Thank you for watching. I hope you found that useful. Goodbye.